Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors.
I don't always do gun reviews, but when I do, it's an M4. And that's exactly what we have here today, ladies and gentlemen. We have the officially licensed SIG Sauer 516. Now this is an M4, however it does have a couple of unique features on the external, such as the rail gas block, such as the ambidextrous features, such as the QD sling swivel mounts. However, it does have some cool stuff on the inside too, which we haven't looked at yet, and that's why I have Marq here, my handy dandy, technically savvy marketing dude. Marq, you're going to be taking apart this gun so we can find out what makes the SIG 516 tick. Be careful, don't cut yourself on that bayonet. It's real sharp. All right, Marq, now that we have the gun apart, I'm seeing a lot of things that I like. First of all, I'm not seeing a fuse at all, which I like a lot. It's very good, because I take the fuses out of my guns pretty much right away anyway, so the fact that it doesn't come with one from the factory is kind of nice, because you don't have to worry about that. It also looks like, well, we don't have a ball bearing spring guide, but we have a spring guide with a little washer on it. This is actually pretty standard. Polycarb spring guide with a little washer. That probably, you know, is an area that could be improved on the gun. There is a section of the piston missing, though. I found that very interesting. Why don't you pull that apart? So, looks like we've got some OEM weight reduction from the factory.
Hey, it's beneficial then.
It is, okay. I mean, that particular portion of the piston doesn't necessarily need to be there. It is structurally integral, you know, as far as the rest of the piston is concerned, but will be lighter weight than your standard piston. Marq, you actually said something earlier. Why don't you repeat that with regards to that piston section?
For some K-Arms guns, it does have a blowback feature where this would get in the way. So I guess what I see is K-Arms just puts these pistons on their guns. Since it doesn't have the blowback feature, it seems more beneficial for the gun.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay. Other than that, polycarb vented or ported piston head, pretty standard there. What about our cylinder head? Do we have a metal cylinder head, or is it plastic with a metal nozzle?
Polycarbonate.
Polycarb.
Polycarb.
Okay, sounds good. Oh no, we got the metal nozzle with the polycarb cylinder head. Let's move on to the gears. Got a pretty beefy sector gear clip on this bad boy right here.
Indeed.
And a beefy set of gears as well.
Indeed. Very severe. Very beefy. So,
what would you compare these gears to? I mean, are they similar to?
They look similar to JG gears. JG gears tend to come factory very thick, very beefy gear sets, so they look like that. But these do look like they have some heat-resistant coating on it. And it does come with a large sector clip, which you usually have to buy aftermarket, which is also good, helps for feeding, as well as it doesn't often chip the Tappet Plate after so many rounds. So.
Our motor looks like a pretty standard AEG motor, no real frills there.
No.
But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty solid gearbox. Out of the box, I would say that this thing will perform adequately for most airsoft users. For you discerning airsoft technicians or enthusiasts out there, you may want to upgrade a few parts on this thing. No harm there. A lot of guns could use some upgrading. What about, oh yeah, mentioned.
The Tappet Plate is not polycarbonate. It is metal.
You mean the selector plate?
Correct. The selector plate. It's not plastic. It's metal. So that way, when this gun with ambidextrous features, it will wear out over time, especially that round portion right here. So it does come out, which has been good for K-Arms.
Yeah. And it also looks like we have what, like 7mm ball bearings in here?
7mm.
7 or 8 mil maybe?
7mm.
Okay, thought so. So we've got 7mm ball bearings on here, pretty beefy set of gears, sector gear clip. We've got a lighter weight piston than you might find in other airsoft guns. And
the trigger contacts look silver plated, so that's also good for conductivity. So better conductivity, less resistance, obviously provides better rate of fire, better trigger response.
All in all, I think it's a pretty decent gun. What is your 2 cents, Marq?
I'm actually surprised since this gun came out recently. K-Arms has done a great job in improving their gearbox work. So yeah, kudos to them.
Okay, put it all back together. All right, Mark, you have put this gun together, so to speak. This is the SIG 516 and is for sale on our website for $375. And I think you and I both agree, Mark, we saw some pretty surprising gearbox components in here. A little bit better than we were anticipating, right?
Indeed, we did.
Makes this gun a great value, especially for the fact that you can use our gift system when you purchase this gun to add free stuff to your order. Also, keep in mind that all AEGs are tested in our warehouse before shipping them out, so we're going to make sure this thing is in tip-top shape before you get it. Check out the SIG 516 on our website. My name is Tim. This is Mark the Horse. Thanks for watching GITV.
Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors.